The pantry and the fridge is running low on supplies, especially for snacks that my family will enjoy through this next week. So I thought I would take some time this morning and put together 4 delicious made from scratch recipes that I know my family will enjoy. So if you're looking for some inspiration for some new snacks for your family, then I suggest you grab yourself a cuppa and let's get into this video, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's begin with prepping our pastries.
Okay, so we're going to start off with weighing out our flour, and we're going to need 375 grams. This is just organic plain flour. Pinch of salt. Just give that a little mix around. And then we're going to need 190 grams of cold butter. This has literally just come out of the fridge. Exactly 190. A little cube left. So once this one is made, I'll then go ahead and get the second pastry done for our quiche. I love making quiches because they're great for lunch or dinner. You can bulk them out serve it with some roast potatoes or salad or mashed potato and gravy. Or I love quiche cold the next day or two. So it's great, it's perfect to make it up. And then it can be kept in the fridge and sliced for whenever someone's feeling a little bit peckish. They've got something nice to snack on. The recipe I'm going to be using for the quiche is a bacon and thyme one with cheese, and it's really good. I add cream to it, but obviously if you want to keep costs down or make it a little bit more healthier, you can skip the cream and just use milk. But I think I have a cream in the fridge that needs using, so if it does need using, then I will use it. If not, I might just substitute it for some milk. Okay, so once this is in like a breadcrumb, we'll then add a tablespoon of ice cold water to it until it's come together. Probably about 6 tablespoons, I imagine. Okay, so we've got our ice cold water. I'm just going to go in, well, I'm going to add at least 3 tablespoons. We'll give it a mix and then see how it is. Seven, 8. Yeah, I think that will definitely do. So I've done 8 ice cold tablespoons of water. I'm going to put this into a bowl. You can wrap it in cling film or saran wrap, whatever it is you call it. But I don't have any at the minute, so I'm just going to put it into a food bag. That feels nice. It's a nice dough, this one. So let's get that into food bag. Put that in the bag, and then I'll just flatten it down into a disc. Makes it a bit easier, I find, for rolling. And you'll get a better chill as well because it's not too thick. Right, so let's get this in the fridge and then we'll make a start on our next pastry. Okay, for this one I don't actually use scales, I use cup measurements. So let's just get my half one out as well. Where's that gone? Use this one. So I'm going to use the same bowl, there's no need to dirty up 2 bowls. So we're going to be using 1.5 cups of flour.
So for the rest of this recipe, I used 120 grams of butter, an egg yolk, a pinch of salt and a dash of cold water. So now that our pastries are ready, they're going to chill for 30 minutes in the fridge. So let's get on with our first recipe, which is the beef and potato ham pies. So this was simple. I added 500 grams of beef mince with a shredded medium-sized potato. I added in some salt, pepper, and a good heaped tablespoon of oregano. I then gave it a good mix with my hands, and then I added it to my first batch of pastry that we made. And this pastry turned out beautiful. It was so good, it held its shape, nothing leaked from it. So I'd highly recommend this short crust pastry. It was delicious. These ham pies my family have absolutely loved, and they are already asking me to make some more, possibly with some other flavours. I was thinking maybe like Italian sausage with cheese, or an Indian inspired chickpea and potato curry one. I think that would be delicious, or even a sweet one. But these were a big hit. I finished them off with a knob of butter and some cheese before I went ahead and put on the pastry top. And they were so simple, and highly recommend them. I would suggest putting a little bit of water around the rim before going ahead and sealing it, and then give it a good crimp with a fork. So I made these in mini size because they are for snacks, but you could easily make these larger, and so they would make a fantastic lunch or dinner. You could add them with a salad or some potatoes, a little bit of gravy. That would be delicious. So I'm just going to put a little slit in the top of each one to let the steam out, and then I'm going to give them a good egg wash and sprinkle them with some sesame seeds. This gave them a delicious crunch.
So I'm going to go ahead and get my quiche pastry into the tray. I've greased it with some butter so it's well greased, and then this is just going to blind bake for 15 minutes before we go ahead and put our fillings in. So this is like Play-Doh. I don't roll it, I just put it in, I break it up and then work it around. I just find this easier than rolling. A bit more fun as well, I think.
When you're cooking meals for your family, I don't know about you, but it's easy to fall into the same routine of making the same foods, and sometimes you do get bored of them. But this recipe, however, my family does not get bored of this recipe. I think they would actually eat this every single day if they could. But this recipe, if you're looking for a good snack that is going to fill you up and is fairly healthy, then I would give this a go. We had it with bacon and cheese and some thyme, but you could easily adapt this to whatever flavour you prefer. It would be good with a vegetarian one or some chicken in there, just a simple cheese and tomato one, anything. But quiche in our house is absolutely loved, and it is used for lunch, dinners or snacks. It is delicious in the fridge, and I love to eat it cold. I just slice it up and it's a grab and go snack, which is delicious. So I blind bake the pastry for 15 minutes before adding in some partially cooked bacon.
Okay, so we're going to start with the milk. We need 300 mils, but my husband's making himself a coffee at the minute, so just have to wait a second for the milk. You finished? Thank you. So 300 mils. Thank you. And then we're going to add in 5 eggs. You can swap out the milk for like a thick cream, but we don't have any, so we're making do with some milk instead. Also at this point you would add in 2 cups of grated cheese, but like I said earlier, we don't actually have any block of cheese at the minute to grate. We've only got sliced cheese, so I'm going to have to, I think, just lay it on the top once I've poured the egg mixture in. I want to get all those eggs a really good beat. There we go. And we're going to top that with some cheese and then our bacon rashers and a little bit more thyme. I would usually use 2 cups of cheese, something like a cheddar, but you can use whatever cheese you like. You could do a mixture. I usually go for something like a cheddar. Nice strong flavour. This is what I love about home cooking. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about perfection, it's about just creating meals that you and your family enjoy. It doesn't matter if other people, it's not their cup of tea or it's not their favourite. You're cooking for your family, so you cook what you know your family enjoys. And my family definitely enjoys this. So that is going back in the oven on 180, and that is going to bake for 40 minutes. There we go, look at that. It is delicious. That is the quiche, the bacon, thyme and cheese quiche. That is a family favourite. And you can eat it warm, like fresh out of the oven, or I do love quiche when it's been in the fridge and it is cold. It makes the perfect snack, in my opinion.
So I can't do a snack day without making something sweet, and today I'm using my go-to recipe, which is grandma chocolate chip oat cookies. They're not my grandma's recipe, they're my recipe, but this is how I envision the taste of a grandma's cookie. So I usually add in a cup of chocolate chips to the actual batter because the hot butter melts it, but I didn't have any today, so I was making do with what I had, which is what home cooking is all about. I just added a few chocolate chips to the top.
So they're ready, and we're going to put them top shelf for 18 minutes.
You may not call granola a snack, but in our household, it is a snack. We eat it by the handful, or we have it with some yogurt.
I'm just going to spread this out. I'm going to compact it all down because we like it to go like a big flapjack. So we get some big clusters. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the oven. And I'm going to check it after 30 minutes because we don't want it to go too brown or burn.
This recipe is easy. 1 cup of coconut oil, 1 cup of honey, a pinch of salt and 6 cups of
that,
oats.
all golden. So we're just going to let that cool down completely in the pan, and then we'll break it up, those big golden clusters that we like in our granola. And like I said, it is like a giant flapjack. See? Look at that. Delicious. So I just break this up with my hands, clean hands, into nice clusters. Not all of it's going to be clusters. I break some of it up more fine. But see, underneath it's so caramelized and delicious. I do love this mix, especially with the chocolate in it as well. So I've done like approximately a cup of walnuts, a cup of sunflower seeds, and I'll do like a cup of cranberries too. Look at that. So I'm just going to get a spoon and mix that around. Give this all a good mix. This is so good. And then for like different seasons, we switch up, or whatever mood we're in. I like the tropical one that I make. That is really good. That's with the peanut butter clusters, but you can also do it with this as well. We put in like dried tropical fruit and we add in coconut. That is really good. We've not had that in a while actually, so I might make that next time. Oh, we're losing some. Okay, so that is everything cooked. We've got our granola, we've got our bacon quiche, we've got our beef and potato ham pies, and we've got, well, a few remaining oat and chocolate chip cookies because everyone has already been snacking on those. I didn't have enough to do a double batch, so let's go and get my husband to try one of these ham pans because I think he's really going to enjoy it. So let's go and get him. You ready to try?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right, try that. See what you think.
Really, really good.
You like?
Mm-hmm.
Approve it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so that is everything done. It has been taste tested and approved. And I'm gonna get all of this, let everything cool, and then I'm gonna box it up, put it into airtight containers and put it in the fridge, and then that is gonna be the family snacks for the next few days. So obviously the cookies aren't going in the fridge or the granola, but the quiche and the ham pies are going in the fridge and they'll be good for at least a few days. That's if they last that long, which with my family, I don't think they will. So thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, have a lovely week.